Hello everyone, welcome to this third video of the series, The Mathematics of Cryptocurrency. In the first video, we talked about why there is a need for cryptocurrency to exist, and we came to know about that to make any transaction without including any government or any institution. Then in the second video, we talked about what is a blockchain, and we found out that it is a chain of blocks where each block is linked to the previous blocks, and then also we found out about what is hash function, which assign each block a unique 256-bit fingerprint, and the hash was basically SHA-256 hash function. In this video we will deep dive into what is crypto mining. If you have ever wondered what miners are actually doing when they mine Bitcoin, which we are going to find out in this video. Let me ask you this question. What is crypto mining and why does finding the right number feel like winning a lottery? We'll see this meaning. What is the meaning when we say finding the right number? First, let me clarify one thing, that the Bitcoin mining is not about solving any complex puzzle. It is not about cracking any secret codes or breaking some encryption. It is not about using artificial intelligence or any clever algorithm. So what actually is mining? It is all about probability, like rolling up dice billions of times per second until you get lucky. That is what mining is, nothing more, nothing less. Let's understand this with this rule here. I will give you $10,000 if you can find a lottery ticket where the number adds up to exactly 777. There are some rules as well. First of all, that each ticket has a random 6-digit number. That means whenever we buy a ticket, it will contain 6-digit number, and if the sum of all these comes out to be 777, you win the lottery. So this is the condition. Now, the second condition is that you must buy tickets one by one. You can't buy them in bulk. Then each ticket will cost you 10 cents, that is $0.01, and you keep on buying tickets until you find the right one, which will give the sum as 777. Now, it is simple enough, right? Just keep buying tickets until you win. But there are questions which arise, that how many tickets will you need to buy? Can you answer it? Nobody can answer. It's completely random. The next question is there a strategy to find it faster? Again, absolutely not. It's purely trial and error. The third question is, can you predict which ticket will work? Again, it is impossible to predict because each ticket is independent. Past failure does not help you at all. Whatever is the next ticket is not depending on what was your previous ticket. So everything is random. It is purely trial and error. This lottery game is exactly what crypto mining is. Miners are buying billions of lottery tickets per second, hoping to find that particular winning number. What is the mining goal? So their goal is to find this special number, which is called as nonce. Nonce means number used once. Now what does this do is, we have a data, that is the block data. Whenever we add it with nonce and we apply hash function to this block data plus nonce, we'll get some target output, and if it satisfies our target, that means we have found out our numbers, and this is the target for the miners to get the value of this nonce, which will give us the target value after applying the hash. Let's understand it in more detail. The hash function being used is 256 SHA-256 hash function. Miners take all the data in the block and then they add it with nonce. Then you apply the hash. If it produces a hash which meets our requirement, then we win the lottery. And the condition is that what is the output? It must be less than the target value. When we say less than a target value, it means that the hash should start with certain number of leading zeros. Let's understand with this simple example. Let's say this is our block data, Alice pays Bob 50 coin. And our target is that we should be able to get a hash value which start with 4 zeros. So what we do, we'll take each value of the nonce and keep on trying till we get lucky. We have taken the nonce as 0. And if we add this nonce to our block data and apply the hash, what is the resulting hash we get? It starts with A, not with 40. So this condition fails. We'll apply the nonce value as 1 and again add it with the block data, apply the hash, it starts with 2. Again it fails. But we keep on doing this process, and when we take the nonce value as 8,47,293, we add it with the block data, apply the hash, the resulting hash starts with 40. So that is success. So we have got our nonce as 847,293. So you see, in this step, we are able to win. Correct? So from this, what we can say is this is the winning number. Now, what is the property of this mining process? First of all, this is unpredictable. Unpredictable. Why can't we just calculate which nonce will work? It is just due to the avalanche effect. We have seen that in the blockchain video only, that if we change the input by even a single digit or single letter, the entire output gets changed completely. And that's the avalanche effect. You can see here that if we have the data or the block data, when we add it with this number 847,292, we apply the hash, we are getting this hash, which is not the winning nonce. When we apply this nonce to the data and we get the hash as our target, so here we win. That is completely random. There is no single pattern getting repeated which we can apply to get the result. So it is completely trial and error that we need to understand. Correct? So we say that there is no pattern. The winning number just appears randomly. Now moving to the second property is that there is no single shortcut. You cannot calculate the answer directly. There is no formula. And we know that if once you apply a hash to some block data and nonce, you will get some hash value. From that hash value to get the block data again is impossible. So we cannot work backwards from the target as well. Correct? Second, another is we don't have any mathematical formula or any optimization algorithm which will help in finding that nonce. You cannot predict which nonce will work. That is completely random. The only way to mine the Bitcoin is brute force, that is trial and error. The next step is to understand the target. What is the target here? In Bitcoin, the target is basically a 256-bit number, and your hash, the resulting output, it should be less than this target. Let's understand with a simplified example. Here our target is 8-bit instead of 256-bit. So let's say our target is of 15. This is the target 15. And if we convert this 15 to decimal, we are going to get this expression. Correct? So what are the valid hashes we can take? It can be from 0 to 15. So total how many valid hashes we have is 16. And total possible hashes is going to be 2 raised to 8 because we have 8-bit target and 2 raised to 8 is 256. So if we calculate what is the probability of any random hash out of this 16 to be true, is going to be 16 over 256, right? Which will give us the probability as 6.25%. So yes, this is a good chance to get a valid hash in this case. But let's see what happens when we have actual Bitcoin case. That is 256-bit target. Let us understand that first. So now you see this one. In that case, if we convert the target into decimal, this is the expression that we are going to get, this expression. And in that case, total possible hashes will be 2 raised to 256 because our output is going to be, this is our target. So 2 raised to 256 is the total hash, and valid hash, in the previous case it was 16, here it is 2 raised to 220. Now if we divide these two, we get the probability of getting a valid hash. That is comes out to be 1 over, this is almost equals to 69 billion. Correct? 69 billion. So the probability of getting a valid hash is 1 in 69 billion, which you can see here. Now let us move to the next step, the geometric distribution. If you are interested in probability theory, mining follows the geometric distribution. What is geometric distribution? It basically models how many trials are needed before you get succeed. And the formula, if the probability of your success is P, the formula that you will get success in the kth trial, it is given by this 1 minus P raised to K minus 1 times P. And what is the average number of trial you need? It is going to be 1 divided by P. So if you see here, we were having our required probability as 1 over 69 billion. Correct? And what is the expected number of trial that we need to have is 1 over P, which is going to be 69 billion trials. Getting? What does that means now? That means if we try to compute what is the time required, that is going to be 69 billion divided by 1 billion. Why 1 billion? Because the modern mining hardware that we have, mining hardware, its capacity is to calculate 1 billion per second. So what is the total time that it is going to take is 69 divided by 1. Almost it is equals to 69 seconds. But here is the crucial point. This is just the average, correct? Sometimes it can take 10 seconds to find the nonce, or it can take 3 minutes to find the nonce. It is always around this average value only. Correct? And across the entire Bitcoin network with everyone mining together, it averages out that to one block every 10 minutes it takes. Correct? In the next, we'll see what is the memoryless property. This is the most important concept in understanding the mining, which we have already talked about, that what was your previous value of the nonce, it does not depend on what was your chances of success. That means whatever, let's consider this with this example here, you tried 1 billion hashes, all get failed. What is the probability that you will get win in the next chance after trying 1 billion hashes? Still the probability is going to be same. It does not change with how many trials, how many failures you are getting. No, the probability after each trial remains the same. Correct? Like you flip a coin, you will get 10 heads in a row. What is the probability that you will get 11 times the head also? Still it will be 50% only. It does not depend how many times you have already flipped the coin. So that is completely random, and this property only, it is called as the memoryless property. Every mining attempt is completely independent. This is why we say mining is pure probability. We'll continue in the next video.